guys, here I am for my first update. Sorry, I am in the bedroom, but I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that I am reading Ruin. I'm about 60% of the way through it. Thoroughly enjoying it so far. And I have the Black Tongue Thief that I am also going to be working on. Excuse the dog. And Circe has been re-released to me via my library. So I have those three that I am currently working on. Haven't started the Black Tongue Thief or Circe quite yet. I'm trying to get a little further into Ruin, but I will need to start Circe soon. Otherwise, I'm going to be dealing with it being sent back again. And yeah, thoroughly enjoying Ruin. It is kind of taking up all of my brain power, which we know that John Gwynne books tend to do that. I am still working on the Shadow of the Gods too, so 2 John Gwynnes at once. Yay! But I am very excited to finish up Ruin. I will probably leave Wrath to the end of the month so I can work on other books. Circe was part of my May TBR. The Black Tongue Thief just happens to be an audio arc, so I'm very excited about that. But I will check in with you guys tomorrow and give you another update. Hey guys, I am here to do an update. Freshly showered and all of that glorious stuff. So, I started Ruin. You guys know that. I got about 60% through it, but then I put it on pause. Not because I am not enjoying it, but because Circe was re-released to me from the library, and I wanted to do the immersive reading where I am listening to the book while reading it. And I'm not going to hold it up because it does this to my face. So I finished Circe. There is a garbage truck outside. I don't know why they are here this late, but okay. I finished Circe. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Madeline Miller. I knew I was going to be a fan of her, mainly based on content, but her writing is so beautiful. And the story is so good. I just had such a good time with it. And I did end up giving it 5 stars because it's so good. It's so good. So well written. The pacing of it is great. I was never bored with it. And a lot of people have been reading Circe and then The Witch's Heart and comparing the two by Genevieve Gornichek, and I can say that I enjoyed both of these books immensely. And do I think Circe is a little bit better written? Yes, which is why I gave it a 5 star and I gave The Witch's Heart a 4 star. But I think that they are both excellent books. And they play on the same themes, and so I get why there is a comparison, even though one is Norse and one is Greek mythology. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm ready to read more Madeline Miller. I'm not going to pick up A Song of Achilles quite yet. I do want to get to the rest of my May TBR. I do want to finish Ruin. I am still working on the Shadow of the Gods. Ebooks are the bane of my existence. And yeah, I have decided that I am going to do a vlog focused on my Owlcrate books since I haven't had a chance to get to those. They just kept falling outside of my TBR 10, and 10 books is a lot in 1 month. Even though I do tend to read a little bit more than that, it just became tedious to add them in. And so I'm going to do a full vlog of me reading just my Owlcrate books, the 3 that I have, the Gilded Ones, Sweet and Bitter Magic, and Witches Steeped in Gold. So that's something to look forward to. Also, speaking of Greek gods and goddesses, I am going to be participating in a shelf space readathon in June. So my June TBR is going to be based off of the books I'm picking for the readathon. I committed 5 to 10 books. If I stick to prompts for the readathon and earn points that way, I'll probably read more than 10. But I want to fulfill the prompts that are there. And I will do a full video announcing that TBR and all of the stuff surrounding that closer towards the end of the month. And I am also part of a couple of other Discords, a self-published book club, and there are quite a few books that they have read that I've missed out on, but the read for this month is The Dark That Dwells by Matt Digman and Ryan Roddy, and I think I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this book. Why do I say that when there are 35 reviews on Goodreads? Because Leslie liked the book, and I have similar tastes to Leslie. So I know this is a dense read, but I am going to add it to May's TBR, and I'm going to try and get through it this month. I shouldn't have any problems with that, but that is the buddy read for the self-published book club that I'm a part of, and I'll link that down below if you guys want to join. We do speak with the authors, and a lot of the authors have stuck around to chat with us on that platform. Zach Argyle's Voice of War is going to be my next read. It's the June book of the month for that particular book club, but I'm very excited to get to that. And I have other things coming up, but I don't want to spoil everything. But I'm very excited to get to participate in a readathon. That is part of the reason that I didn't want to do the TBR 10 the way I was doing it anymore, just because there are other things that I wanted to do with my time. I probably will go back to that format after a while, but currently there are other things that I want to participate in, and that is one of them. All right, that is my update for now. I should finish Ruin either today or tomorrow. I'm going to hold off on reading Wrath maybe until June, because I did see that I could fulfill one of the June prompts with Wrath. All right, that's it. See you guys later. Alrighty guys, here we are for my weekly wrap up. It is 8 a.m. I have dark circles under my eyes and we are just gonna record some videos. Okay, so let's talk about the books that I read this week. John Gwen, sir, we can no longer be friends. Nope. Ruin lives up to its name. So I posted a funny meme on Twitter when I finished that. I don't know if you guys have seen the gif of the little boy talking to the newscaster where he's like smiling and then she starts talking to him and he starts crying. And it says, John Gwen's Ruin a Review. So let's talk about how absolutely fantastic the writing in Ruin is. I really liked Malice, really liked Valor. Valor had more issues that I was not quite so okay with, but Ruin. I think with Ruin, John Gwen hit his stride and the story flows so well. And the character work is so amazingly well done. There's a scene with Corbin that it was an action scene and it was so amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't hardly get over how great that particular scene was. And then all hell breaks loose. Literally all hell breaks loose. I was not prepared for the ending of this book whatsoever. And I'm mad about it. It's not poorly done, I can say that, but I'm not going to say anything else because it's very spoilery. But you have seen videos, I'm sure, of people finishing Ruin and then being like, life sucks. What am I supposed to do now? It's a valid response, guys. It's a valid response. And I'm very excited to read Wrath. However, I am pushing it to my June TBR and you guys will see why. Ruin has ruined me. John Gwen, we can't be friends. But on a happier note, I also finished Circe. And Circe is one of those stories that I could read again and again and again and again because it's centered in Greek mythology. There's a lot of things to delve through in the telling of the story. We have some airplanes apparently wanting to fly overhead right now. I never can pick a good time when there's not background noise. So it is what it is at this point. But Circe was beautiful. Madeline Miller's writing was exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I said in my vlog of reading Circe that many people compare The Witch's Heart and Circe, and how if you've read Circe, The Witch's Heart is not as good. Madeline Miller's writing is just a little bit more elevated than Genevieve Gornichek's is. There is nothing wrong with either one of these books. And so while I did give The Witch's Heart a 4-star, I gave Circe a 5-star. Again, both great books. And I really liked delving into Circe becoming who she is. And that's a huge part of the book, is Circe discovering exactly who she is. So I am very, very much looking forward to A Song of Achilles because, one, I didn't realize that you probably should read A Song of Achilles before Circe. It's not like you are getting huge spoilers or anything like that, but there are mentions of a couple of events that I do believe should have probably happened in A Song of Achilles in Circe. I also really liked that Circe, you know, I don't know if you guys know Circe's story at all, but she is a Titan, and she is also one of the Titans that wasn't very respected. And it was because of some things surrounding her birth and, you know, things like that. But she ends up isolated from the rest of the gods, and many, many things happen in her life to get her to where she is. She creates one of the monsters of the sea and is kind of shunned for it. So anyway, Circe was absolutely fantastic. Now for the books that I am still reading. I am still reading The Black Tongue Thief, and I thoroughly enjoy it. The humor in it is absolutely fantastic, on par with Lies of Locke Lamora. I'm very, very excited to finish it. I'm about 30% through and enjoying the heck out of it. The magic system is very interesting. The world building is great. There are quite a few aspects of it that are really surprising me, and I'm very excited that this is a series. Very excited. However, having the arc of it and knowing that the next one's going to be a long time coming does break my heart a little bit. But it is what it is, but it is great. And the Sanderson read-along, I am reading The Alloy of Law. I'm almost done. So this one, I don't know if I like it. I like it. So it is not what I'm expecting from a Brandon Sanderson novel. It is not Flintlock fantasy. I don't think is going to be my favorite. I know that this shouldn't be my introduction to Flintlock fantasy because it's not fully Flintlock fantasy. We are still dealing with the Mistborn and things like that. But I don't know. I have moments where I really love it, and then I have moments where I'm like, oh, this is boring. So boring. But it's just not what I'm expecting from Brandon Sanderson, which I don't know why we set expectations for Sando, because Lord, he's given us the Undead, he's given us Flintlock fantasy, he's given us the Stormlight Archive. Do we really have expectations for Sanderson at this point? But I don't know, I keep having a back and forth with it, and I do think part of that is stemming from the fact that this feels like a buddy cop story, and I don't know. I just don't know. When the Mistborn elements are tied into it, my interest is piqued yet again, so I do still keep reading it. Obviously, I'm almost finished with it, but I do see why a lot of people will be like, this just isn't Mistborn. It's not, you know, because it's not. There are a lot of references to the Mistborn trilogy in this book, so yeah, I am going to keep reading the series. There are 3 of these, I do believe, in the second era, and I own them, so I'm going to keep reading them. But I do think these are going to come in at a 3.5 lower 4-star range for me, as opposed to, you know, my usual 4.5 5-star for a Sanderson novel. So that's where I sit with that. We're not talking about The Shadow of the Gods anymore until I finish that book, because lot. Ebooks. We are quitting ebooks because I just can't get through them anymore. And the arcs that I have in ebook, I'm probably going to either try to get the physical copy or find them in audio when they are released in audio. I do have one that is still a blog commitment, so I will be reading that one. But in the future, I am not going to be reading any more ebooks. It's just how it is. All right, like, subscribe, do all the fun things, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.